everyone. So I've been getting a bunch of questions about what's the best way to hook up my document camera to my board. So the good news is you don't have to hook it up to your computer. It can go directly on the board. And then another piece of good news is there's a couple different ways that you can do it depending on how you're using your board. So I'm going to walk you through 3 different ways today. The first 2 ways that I'm going to show you how to use this are going to be based off the fact that some of our dock cameras are USB. So there's your USB plug. If you have a dock camera like this, what you're going to do, there's a couple different ways you can do it. So one quick, easy way is to take the USB and to pop it into one of your USB ports in the front of the board. When you do that, you usually hear a little ding ding. And then you can come over to your window pane in the bottom left-hand corner, click on it, and you're going to get like an alphabetical list right here. All of this stuff is actually in settings as well, but this is a nice little alphabetical list to help you find things quicker. And I can click on camera. And when I do that, the camera comes up. Now I'm just using a webcam right now. So you'll see the camera comes right up. And then from here, if I wanted to write on anything, I could click like on my arrows on the side. And I could choose the pen overlay. And then if I want to change the color of the pen, I can click a couple different times. And I can write on this as well if you wanted to. Sometimes you're writing on the actual paper. Sometimes you want to be up here. So to delete that, I can either clean it whole, or using the whole palm of my hand, I can erase it. So that would be the first quick and easy way that I could do it. Hook it right to the front, go to the window pane, click on camera, and it comes up. Now, a much more advanced way to do it is to do it inside of Snowflake. So if you're already starting to use Snowflake, this is a really cool way to do it. It's not really advanced. It just takes a couple more steps, but it has a lot of output. So you're going to take this. Again, this is for the USB port. And instead of putting it in the USBs on the front, you're going to put it in the USBs that are on the back right up here. I'm going to include a picture for you guys to see. So I'm going to hook it in here because what I'm doing is I'm hooking it directly in to the PC. Okay, so I hooked it into the USBs in the back. And now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to open Snowflake. So it's the NuiTech Snowflake icon. Double click on the side. It's going to take a couple seconds to open. So when you open Snowflake, another way that you can get your document camera working is to go to the Canvas button. Go ahead and click that. On the PC, everything runs a little bit slower, so give it 5 seconds. If you count to 5, usually things open. And then in here, you're going to come here to this last button down on the right. I call it the arrow on a cliff. I have no idea what it's really called, but we're going to call it the arrow on the cliff. And we're going to click here. And there's a camera button. Now, if you don't have a camera hooked up, it's there, but it's faint. We have one hooked up. So now when I click on the camera, here is my dock camera. Now, I can make it, the only 2 sizes. I can make it big, and I can make it smaller, and I can move it. So now if I'm using Canvas, I can also go in and maybe choose to use my zone function. Go ahead and do zones, and I can do 2 zones. And then over here, I could have my dock camera, and I could open up my Google Drive over here. So I'm showing an activity over here on my dock camera, and I have my slides or my presentation over here. So that would be another way to hook up a USB dock camera. So if you have a VGA dock camera, so that's the one that has like it's kind of like a little octagonish, not octagon, but it's like a parallelogram and it has the pins inside of it. The VGA, it's a little bit trickier in the fact that it doesn't have as much function on the board. There is a VGA hookup right underneath here. There's one over here, but you're not going to use that one. This one under here, if you hook your VGA dock cam to it, and then sorry, I'm going to get out of all this. You would come and you would open up your general settings, and you're going to choose the VGA button. Then that dot camera is going to take over the whole screen. That's going to be the only thing that you can do, though. You can't open up other things because that VGA, you're literally saying, don't hook to the Android, don't hook to the PC, hook to the VGA. But that's how you can get the VGA dot cameras connected and use them. So if you have the USB ones, you can pop it actually in any USB port and choose camera down from here. You can open Snowflake and insert it into Canvas. And the VGA ones you can hook over here and it will take over. I hope this was helpful.